What up, everybody? It's your boy, Chris Roscoe, and this mic's right in my face. This is a special video today. I haven't really done anything quite like this before. And this one is for a specific group of people. This one is for those people that feel this like weird calling, this itch that either keeps you up at night or it just bothers you throughout the day. And it's just this feeling that there's more to life. That you're capable of more, that life can be better, that somehow there's just this fucking thing you could be doing that you're not doing. You could call it life purpose, you could call it the organizing principle, you could call it destiny, you could call it all sorts of shit. But at the end of the day, it shows up as this thing that, like, if you don't do it, your brain fucking eats you alive and you can't stand it. Even if you muffle it out with video games or drinking too much or having too much sex or smoking too much weed or whatever the fuck it is that you do to try and block it out, or watching Netflix for hours and hours. At the end of the day, there's still a specific subset of people that just know they were meant to do something and they were meant to do more than what they're currently doing. And so that's what this video is about, and that's who this video is for. So the whole point of this video is to basically provide a how-to manual on how to get out of whatever version of stuckness you're at, right? Because there's people that don't have any idea what the fuck their thing is, but they feel called to do it. I remember being there myself. I had no idea what I wanted to do or what I was quote-unquote supposed to do or any of that shit. But I knew there was something. I knew I was pushing forward because there was something I was supposed to do. I had no idea what it was, but I knew it was there. And then there was the point where I knew what it was, but I wasn't doing anything about it. I felt like I couldn't do anything about it. And so I would just walk as slowly as I possibly could in whatever direction seemed like the right one. And then there's the time where you know what you want and you're going at it, and then you need to be sustainable, right? Because it's possible to know what you want to do, but not necessarily be capable of sustaining the path of someone who walks that way. So there's these three layers of development. And so the one I'm going to talk about first is for those people who don't know what they want or don't know what their thing is yet, but they have this nagging sense that there's something there that they're only meant to do, in the sense that if they don't, they'll be unhappy. Or if you're one of those people where you have this feeling that every night when you go to bed that you know there's this thing you were wanting to do that you didn't do, even if you don't know what the fuck it is. That's what I'm talking about right now. And I know a lot of people in this place think that you need to either figure it out or you need to get it right or something like that. And getting it right is a matter of failing a lot. And so what I want to say to those people who don't know exactly what their thing is yet is guess. Try different things and see how it goes. Compile a list of all the things maybe you've ever been interested in but never tried. Or the things you really liked but told yourself you couldn't do. Make up a list of things you wanted to be when you were a kid. The things you wanted to do when you were grown up. All those little things that seem insignificant and seem ridiculous, or maybe seem too far out of reach, but they actually inspire you, maybe in a way that you don't tell people, or maybe in a way that you're even afraid to admit to yourself. Just try them. See what happens. Because at the end of the day, this isn't about you being the best at something. This isn't about you being as good as everyone else as a thing, or really even competition in general. Like, it can be about competition. I enjoy competition. It's fun to me, but that's not why I do what I do. So get the idea that you have to be really good at this stuff, especially in the beginning, out of your head. Because the way this drive, the way that people who genuinely find their thing and go for it every single day, the reason they do it is because the thing makes them happy. Right? This isn't a guilt thing. This isn't an obligation thing. This isn't you're not good enough as a person until you do this type of thing. That's not what this is. This is there's a series of things inside you that already excite you enough to want to do. There's already a vision that lives inside of you that you just have to get clear on. And there's a lot of reasons that people have for not going for those things. They're either afraid, they think they can't do it, they think everyone else is better than them, they think they don't deserve, blah, blah, blah. They don't have the money yet, they don't have the time yet, they've got all these other reasons to not do the thing. And I respect those. I've been homeless myself. I dealt with, years and years and years of chronic mental illness. And so I get how difficult the things can be. And so, again, this isn't about you not being good enough if you don't do this. Like, if you don't do this, I'm not going to judge you for it, but you're going to judge you for it, whether you want to or not, whether or not your excuses make sense, whether or not you have all the best reasons in the world to not go for this thing. You're going to judge yourself because you're going to know that your truest calling is unfulfilled. So this has nothing to do with me. This has nothing to do with right or wrong. This has nothing to do with anything other than you living in alignment with your own conscience. And if you want to get that nagging feeling to not only shut the fuck up, but to turn into a source of joy and inspiration, because what that feeling is this part of you that wants to do something. The desire is already there. It's already clear. You just have to start playing around and trying different things until you can fine tune it and figure out what exactly it's trying to tell you. It's already there. If it wasn't there, it wouldn't keep you up at night. And you wouldn't have to do things like maybe drink or play video games or fuck or whatever to try and distract you from it. The fact that this is even a thing for you shows that there is genuinely something there trying to get out. And all you have to do is tune into it and try all the surface level shit until you get to the bottom. Right? Like when I was a little kid, I thought I wanted to be a teacher. And then when I got older, I thought I wanted to be a comparative religions professor. And so I tried all those things. I went to college and, I didn't like it. And so I was like, fuck that. And so then I thought, I was like, okay, I'll be a musician. So I tried being a musician, and I like playing music, but I don't obsess about it enough to turn it into a lifestyle. So I had to try out different things and see what I liked and what I didn't. And finally, when I found out that coaching was a thing, it was like, okay, yeah, that's a great way to still be a teacher like I wanted to be when I was a little kid, and then I can play music to supplement that. And so I experimented with a lot of other stuff. I worked on music festivals because I thought that was fun, and I tried a bunch of shit. But the point is that you have to experiment until you find something that you latch onto that's like, whoa, this is actually worth it. This is actually worth putting myself out there. Because people with this inkling that they're meant to do more oftentimes have this experience where they'll get somewhat of an idea of what it is and they'll put in work, but it's actually not that exciting. So the work drops off. There's like that initial excitement and it's like, hey, oh my God, this is so cool. This is so cool. And then they find out that the passion wasn't really there. Next thing they know, they stopped and they think that there's something wrong with them. Or maybe this happened to you. Maybe you think there's something wrong with you because you couldn't keep this motivation and ambition up. But chances are it wasn't you. Chances are you weren't excited enough about what you wanted to do, or you didn't have a strong enough reason, or you weren't truly connected to it. And so, like I said, there's this thing underneath that wants to come through, and it's your job to tune into it. And there's something really beautiful that happens when you do, is it starts to automate your life. Because there's this concept called the organizing idea, which again is very similar to life purpose. But it's called the organizing idea for a very specific reason. And I think it communicates something that the concept of life purpose doesn't quite capture. The organizing idea is an idea that you decide is more important than anything else. Like for me, I want to bring the world together. I want to live in a world of healthy, integrated, happy individuals that can coexist with themselves because they know how to be at peace, or they can coexist with each other because they know how to be at peace with themselves. That's what I'm aiming to create. That's the organizing idea for me. It organizes my entire being into something that can fulfill that. It's like when you really tune into this thing in yourself through trial and error and experimentation and self-reflection and really being honest about what you want and what you like and what genuinely excites you. When you get clear on that, it starts to blossom and gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And it starts to overpower your fear, and it starts to overpower your reasons to stay small and to stay hidden. And the more you build it, it starts to take all the splintered, fragmented parts of your personality and align them and bring them together and organize them around this idea. And when you can find your vision that's exciting enough for you to do that, and then fine tune why that's important to you in the first place, then your vision does this really fucking beautiful thing where it's like you take your mind and you envision where you want to go, and you like, it's like you throw a lasso around the future. And then your reason why is the thing that drives you to pull that towards you. And you literally just create a reality and you drag it towards you until it's real, until it's a part of your body. And the organizing principle allows you to do that. It allows you to overcome your external responsibility or your external challenges. It allows you to take all the splintered, fragmented parts of your personality and bring them together under one roof so you can all accomplish one thing. And that one thing is for just you to be you. Like, this calling that you feel is just to be honest with yourself. It's just to be real about what you like and what you love and what excites you and who you really fucking are and what you want to accomplish. And what your vision for the world is and what you can actually do. So this isn't anything, again, this isn't anything I can tell you to do. This isn't anything anyone can prescribe to you. These are things you have to discover on your own. And the fact that you're even watching this video and know that this is something that you're experiencing and you need to know more about shows that you already have it in you. So it's just a matter of paying attention and experimenting. And so, you know, the reason I'm bringing this up is because next month, in the new year, I'm going to be teaching a class on this. I'm going to be teaching a 3-month course designed to help you clarify your vision, the one that's exciting enough for you to walk towards. And I'm going to help you clarify your reason for fighting for it. And then I'm going to help you integrate all the fractured parts of your personality that may oppose that vision so you can organize around the thing that matters to you most. And then I'm going to spend at least a month and a half just making sure that you can walk sustainably in that direction, so that you can be powered by your vision, powered by your why, and know that nothing internal or external is ever going to get in your way of achieving it. I'll teach you how to be sustainable. I'll teach you how to take care of yourself so that this nagging feeling is a thing of the past, or this nagging feeling becomes this sense of satisfaction and fulfillment. Or instead of thinking about how much you're not doing every day and watching shit to try and distract yourself while mildly panicking in your mind in the background, knowing that time is passing you by. Instead of that, you can go to bed with this deep felt sense of satisfaction and fulfillment, knowing that you actually put time, work, effort, and energy into the thing, and you've come a little bit closer to your vision of heaven. You've made the world a little bit better with your existence, and that's what we all really want to know deep down. That's another part of that nagging feeling, is you want to know you're doing your part. We are a collaborative people. That's what humans are. We work together. And we have that drive. And so the fact that you feel this, you know that there's something you want to do and you want to give to the rest of the world that only you can do the way you can do it. And so that's why I'm creating this course. But I'm also doing these videos because I want my free content to be enough. Where if you can't afford my course, this video will be enough to get you started. And I'm going to go through the rest of the fucking course. Like next week, I'm going to do the why. And then I'm going to show you how to integrate the shadows. And then, first I'm going to show you how to process the shadows. Then I'm going to show you how to integrate the shadows. And then I'm going to show you how to be sustainable. I'm going to teach the whole fucking course for free. Later on this week, I'm going to go live on Facebook and Instagram to answer any questions about any of this shit. Because if you can't afford the course and if you can't afford the help, I want you to still be able to do this. Because when I first got started on all this stuff, I didn't have really any money. I was working a temp job while living in San Francisco, and I was dead fucking broke. And so all I could do was read books and try my hardest. And I had to go to like discount therapy, which wasn't that great, but it was somebody to talk to. And I had to go to free resources, and I had to do a lot of work to try and make the free stuff work. And so if you're in that position where you have to make the free stuff work, I want to make that as easy as possible for you. And I also want to show you that if you are really ready to take shit to the next level, that you really want to grab this thing and turn your life into something where you can be satisfied and fulfilled in what you've done, where you can contribute and collaborate and finally put that voice to rest and know that you've done the thing and that you're doing the thing. Like the joy and satisfaction that comes from that, I can barely explain. And so if you feel called to that, let me know. I would love to have you in the course. I've already got a couple great people in there. We could use more. I'm cropping it off at like probably less than 10 people, just so I can make sure that everyone gets the right amount of attention. So I've got like 5 more spots. So if you want one, let me know. I would love to have you there, and I'm going to guide you through the whole damn thing and make damn sure that you become the person you want to become, or at least know how to continue the process. So, thanks for listening. I hope this spoke to something in you, because this came from deep inside me, and I want to put the call out to the people who were ready to let that voice out and ready to let that mean something to them and have that be the organizing principle in their lives. So if that's you, let me know. I would love to help. Thank you so much.